This is it. No encore, no second chances, no do-overs. That's the unspoken message hanging in the humid Florida air as The Who stride onto the Amerant Bank Arena stage on August 16th, 2025. 2 years earlier, Roger Daltrey had publicly declared he couldn't imagine the band ever touring North America again. He was almost right. Almost. But here we are, watching an 81-year-old frontman and an 80-year-old guitar wizard rip through 23 songs that span 6 decades of thunderous, genre-defining rock. And this is the part most people miss. Every note feels like a dare, an open challenge to Father Time himself. The tour's poetic title, The Song Is Over, is lifted from the closing track of 1971's landmark album, Who's Next? It's a wink to the diehards who know that when the final chord of that song fades, the record itself ends. No hidden track, no fade-in reprise. The symbolism is impossible to ignore. Once the last cymbal crash dies in Las Vegas on September 28, The Who as a touring entity will be silenced. Forever? That's where opinions start to splinter. But here's where it gets controversial. Some lifelong fans argue this farewell isn't really a farewell at all. They point to the 1982 farewell tour, the 1989 reunion tour, the 1996-97 Quadrophenia tour, and every subsequent final run that somehow spawned another. Skeptics roll their eyes and mutter, "We've heard this song before." Literally. Meanwhile, optimists counter that Daltrey's recent health scares and Townsend's candid admissions of tinnitus make this goodbye feel different, heavier, final in a way the others weren't. Which side are you on? Drop your take in the comments. Let's settle this like civilized rock nerds. The Setlist, a roller coaster through time. From the opening jangle of I Can't Explain to the elegiac swell of The Song Is Over, the set is a meticulously curated time machine. You'll sprint through the mod pop rush of 1965, crash headfirst into the proto-punk snarl of My Generation, then levitate on the synthesizer waves of Baba O'Reilly. Each track is placed with the precision of a thriller's plot twist. No filler, no bathroom break ballads. 1. I Can't Explain. The adrenaline shot that started it all, delivered with the same stuttering urgency it had in 65. 2. Substitute, a sneering anthem about identity that feels oddly prophetic in the age of social media filters. 3. Who Are You? CSI fans finally hear the uncensored lyric that network TV bleeped for decades. 4. The Seeker, a philosophical road song that asks more questions than it answers. 5. I Can See for Miles. Psychedelic spy rock, so dense it practically leaks paranoia. 6. Bargain. Pete's plea for spiritual barter, now sung by a man who's lived long enough to know the real cost. 7. Love Ain't for Keeping. A 90-second blast of optimism that feels like a palate cleanser. 8. Behind Blue Eyes. The villain's lament that somehow became every misunderstood teenager's anthem. 9. Going Mobile. Breezy ode to wanderlust that sounds like wind in your hair even indoors. 10. Pinball Wizard. The song that turned a deaf, dumb, mum pop and blind kid into a stadium-sized superhero. 11. See Me, Feel Me. The emotional climax of Tommy, condensed into 3 goosebump minutes. 12. Eminence Front. A cocaine cool groove that sneaks in a sermon on materialism. 13. My Generation. The generational middle finger, now delivered by the very generation it once mocked. 14. You Better You Bet. New wave flirtation that proves these guys could surf any trend and still sound like themselves. 15. The Real Me. Bassline so ferocious it could shred drywall. 16. I've Had Enough. A mini rock opera in 4 minutes flat. 17. I'm One. Quiet confessional that explodes into catharsis. 18. 5:15. The sound of a train leaving the station and your youth waving goodbye from the window. 19. Love, Rain, Me. A thunderstorm in song form, complete with lightning strike drums. 20. Baba O'Reilly. The eternal teenage wasteland we never really leave. 21. Won't Get Fooled Again. Synth stabs, power chords. And that scream. Yes, that scream. Still capable of levitating an arena. 22. T-Theatre. A hushed acoustic come-down that feels like the band pouring you a post-show cuppa. 23. The song is over. The curtain falls, but not before one last gospel-tinged plea for connection. The band behind the legends, Roger Daltrey's voice has gravel in it now, but the gravel makes the diamonds shine brighter. Pete Townshend's windmill is a little slower, yet every chord still slices the air like a circular saw. Around them, the current touring lineup, featuring Simon Townsend, Pete's brother and secret weapon, bassist John Button, keyboardist Lauren Gold, percussionist Jody Lynn Scott, backing vocalist John Hogg and drummer Scott Devours, operates like a Swiss watch built for stadiums. Speaking of Devours, his arrival came after the abrupt firing of Zach Starkey, Ringo Starr's son and the band's Styxman for nearly 3 decades. Some fans still haven't forgiven the decision. Others say Devours' punchier style reinvigorates the classics. Which drummer's era do you prefer? Sound off below. Let's keep it respectful, but spirited. The controversy you didn't see coming. Here's a spicy take. Is this farewell tour actually a stealth victory lap for a band that never got the full critical respect it deserved? While the Beatles were praised for melody and the Stones for swagger, the Who were often dismissed as loud or theatrical. Yet their DNA is everywhere, from punk sneer to arena rock's bombast to the very concept of the rock opera. Could it be that this final tour is less about saying goodbye and more about demanding a belated crown? Or is that just fanfic revisionism? Tell us if we're reaching or if we're finally telling the truth. Your turn to weigh in. Was this setlist perfect, or did they leave out your personal holy grail track? Mine's a quick one while he's away, but I'll survive. Do farewell tours cheapen the goodbye, or do they give fans the closure they crave? And here's the big one. In an age where holograms and AI vocals loom on the horizon, should legendary bands ever truly retire, or is the song is over an outdated concept? Drop your hottest take, your fondest memory, or your most unpopular opinion in the comments. We're listening, just like the Who always have.